Chapter 5, Gateway to the Hidden Shrine. After a week at sea, Sentry spotted a horde of monsters approaching the ship. Welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force with me, Jerupitus. The ship is surrounded by monsters, Jerupitus. Prepare to defend it. And we will. Now, we finally have our ship so we can give chase to Kane of Runefaust. Finally! After Michaela burned our original ship. So let's take a look at the battlefield. As I recall, yep, there are some bats waiting in the wings to ambush us. Even a Pegasus Knight over here, that's kind of scary. And let's see, anything else new? Not really. But these are going to be our sea creatures. This is the first time we're seeing them, but it won't be the last. So let's take a look. Nothing too special. They don't cast any spells or anything like that. We just need to watch our formation and make sure that we don't get got by the monsters up above us. So let's get to it. Xylo can already take a swing at that. I'm a little worried about leaving Henri back here, though. So I think we're just going to keep a couple of heavies like Xylo and Gort to defend her. Yeah. And I enjoy this because it's been a long time coming to get this ship. What's the best way to spice up some traveling by ship? And that is getting in a big old fight, right? Guns can stay and protect house, so why don't we just have Pel get in there and start taking some swings at these guys? And he can nearly one-shot them, jeez. Yep, and by now you know the strategy, just kind of let them come to you. Don't get too aggressive. Yep, bam. Hopefully this hits. Always nice when you actually hit a sea bat. We'll take a swing. Love that. Yep, we're just gonna keep waiting. Alright, double attack, but it's no big deal. Man, I have to say, I'm having so much fun playing this game. I mean, I remembered really liking this game, but I wasn't really expecting to be enjoying it nearly as much as I am. And that's the kind of game that I'm trying to play on the channel, you know? Wow, 7 on me, huh? Okay. But, you know, I'm trying to play games that are just nostalgic, but also that I'm just really excited to jump out of bed and play. And this one really ranks high up there for me. Pel level up, gotta love that. Only 3 total points, but it's not so bad. Wow. Yeah, and you can see that's a juicy level up right there. That was something like 11 total points. And we're getting to see a little bit of what makes Domingo special there. Oh boy, I'm kind of taking a lot of shots here. That is mildly concerning. Guns can't make it to lend support, so we're just going to keep swinging over here. All right, exactly 14. Love it. Only one defense for Gunts there, but it's really not a big deal because he's so strong already. It's kind of the same deal with him and Pell, where a lot of their levels aren't going to be very good because they're just so crazy good already. I am nervous, so I'm going to move back. Do I have a healing seed? I do. Pell can stay on this side, so why don't we get Ken over here? Start swinging at this Pegasus Knight. And now the evades are happening. Great. Parry this, you filthy casual. Just 8, though. All right, one of the ambush wings is down. Now, we do need to be careful towards the end of this fight. And, not for the same reason as the fortress fight, but for a different reason entirely. Yeah, right about here is good. It's funny, these, conchas, the, like, shell monsters, I remember when I was a kid playing this game, having a lot of trouble with these fights. And it must just be the benefit of experience and getting older, but I'm not having any trouble at all right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a 2 spell I can drop, and I don't really want to hang Domingo like that, so we'll stay back for now. Yep, we're just gonna creep up. Oh, and see, that was just a terrible move for the AI. Let's get him. Ooh, I will steal this kill for sure. Is it really kill stealing if you're doing it to yourself? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, right here is good. That one's still hanging out there. That's kind of strange. Let's take a step up. Hit him with a freeze. Alright. Wow, what a terrible move. The AI is not doing so hot today. Okay, we need to send Balbs this way. Yeah, Ken and Gort should be able to handle this thing, just the two of them. I do want to spend Henri's MP, though, so let's just have a spell happen. And hopefully this thing won't get a turn to take a swing at Henri. That would be a little dangerous. She does have only 10 HP again, and that is one of the things... Nice. That is one of the things about promotion, is that you do very frequently take a number of stat hits for the benefit of being able to level pretty quickly after that, as long as you're careful. Alright, let's make sure he's kind of far away. And we're going to deal with those Pegasus Knights in just a little bit here. Alright, cool. They're not chasing him. I like that. And we're just going to inch forward until Balbs can get where I want him to go, which is right here. And this is a secret item that you're not going to see in a lot of guides you might look up. This one is a pretty rare find, at least in my research. I was making sure I knew where all of them were, and this one I did not actually know about. And so what we're going to find here is another moonstone. That was the stone that we had to give to the alchemist to have the alchemist make lunar dew to cure Xylo's insanity. Now, my theory about why that's there is that my understanding in game development is that once in a while, you'll have an asset where you can't really figure out why, but you need to just kind of leave it somewhere to get it to keep existing, if that makes sense. Where they wanted to have you find this moonstone, but for whatever reason, leaving it in that particular location wasn't working. Now, obviously, I don't know any of this for a fact, but that is sometimes the way programming a game ends up working. Because that's clearly not an Easter egg. It's clearly not... It has no use. It's not really there for any discernible reason. And so, either it's an artifact from maybe the debugging process, or it's something that they just couldn't figure out why it wasn't working properly, and they were like, just hide it on some map somewhere, so that the code has a way to reference it when we need it. For the story element, or something. But I do want to get every secret item, So that one is, I think, kind of an interesting one in that it's clearly not the same thing as the other ones, right? Where the other ones are sort of Easter eggs, alternate costumes, inside jokes from the development team, something like that. The extra moonstone is just straight up weird, and it doesn't really have any reason to exist. Ooh, these flying enemies, man. I hate them. All right, cool. That was a huge level up. Awesome. Yep, let's drop a Blaze 3. Can't take this MP with us. And I am planning on probably just making a video of just the secret items. And the reason why is because the video I found with that moonstone in it, you know, I had looked up a bunch of game facts guides, things like that. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's the end of the fight. The ship was damaged in the battle. We must repair it. That island over there. It's a mermaid. Thank you for destroying those monsters. My name is Shell of Waral. You can repair your ship in Waral. Please follow me. I would love to. I've heard of Waral. We should be able to get the ship fixed there. It certainly seems that way. So we are a little marooned now. But what I was gonna say, just to finish my thought from the end of that fight, is that the video I found that had that moonstone in it, which I really didn't find anywhere else, is from many years ago, and the person has it recorded like to a DVD and then uploaded to YouTube, so it's in something like 680p. And I'm thinking it might be time to have a new one of those in some better quality. No disrespect to the video creator. For the time period they made it in, it's actually a remarkable achievement that they figured out how to record video games at all. So I was very impressed with that, and I'm glad I got to show that moonstone because you really won't see that very many other places. With all that out of the way, let's talk to the townsfolk here. Welcome to Waral, he says. Thank you. Waral is a great place, but nothing ever happens here. I have a suspicion that now that the Shining Forest is here, that may change. I want to visit Ring Reef. Would you go with me? Are you asking me out? My answer's yes. Great, but we can't go there right now. Too dangerous. Maybe later. So we got kind of blown off just there. All right, there doesn't seem to be anything else around here, so why don't we check out inside here? Welcome to Island Hotel. No, money is not necessary. Please make yourself at home. Well, I will then. The Waral room. And the tropical room. This is kind of a, maybe a sexy hotel a little bit? Maybe it's just a vacation place. Maybe I'm overthinking that. Did you come here to see the famous Ring Reef by any chance? No, that's not why we're here at all. Off the southern part of the island is Ring Reef. It's shaped like a ring. Now there's a hole in it and water's pouring in and the current is very strong. It's too dangerous to get close and we don't know what to do about the hole. That's interesting news. I suppose we'll have to go check that out. Island Hotel now open. Welcome to Waral Castle, the king is in. Fair enough. And now, this is one of my favorite things about this place, is that, so these are the item shops, right? Why don't we visit them really quick? Well, there's no law that says the king can't own a shop. Can I help you? And I love the way he just comes flying in there because there's a customer. We don't need any of that right now. And let's check out this one. All right, we can get steel swords for everyone. That's great. The steel lance is good for sure, but I don't really want to give up the range in my power spears. And we have a battle axe as well. Is that what we're using right now? By we, of course, I just mean Luke. No, so he does get an upgrade. I don't think it's better than the heat axe, but why don't we check that out? And I'm gonna get one steel sword and give it to Balberoy, even though he can't quite use it yet. And hopefully we can get him to level 10, but we may end up having to leave him behind if I can't level him a little bit faster. And so you can see here, Gort's a gladiator, so he can use it. Luke is a warrior, so he cannot, but we have Luke at level 12, so we can promote him. But what I'm going to do is give it to Gort right away. Let me just give this one more once-over. A steel lance is interesting, but I still don't want to give up my power spears. If they end up not dealing enough damage, I may change my mind about that, but we're going to leave it as is for now. And let's see if that thing is an upgrade over the heat axe. I suspect it is not. It is not. But we will go ahead and get Luke promoted so that he can use it. But what I was going to say earlier, now that we visited the shops, is typically when you visit these shops, you see these treasure boxes behind the counter, and you can never get to them. But here you can, and I kind of love that. It's really satisfying. So let's check them out. Ooh, Shower of Cure. This is a powerful item. It is basically a healing seed, but it hits your entire party. Now, who do we want holding that? Who's likely to not be able to reach someone and lend assistance? Everybody we have has great mobility except for Gunts, so we'll give that to Gunts. I think that makes sense to do. Speaking of which, we're about to change that right now. That is the mobility ring. It is going to give 4 move, which is a huge number. And we're going to give that to Gunts because his move is terrible. And that's what I meant when I said that characters that have mobility issues, Gunts is the main one for now, but we will find others later. You can give them the mobility ring and just resolve that. By 4 move, I meant 2, of course. But 2 is a large number in this game. The difference between move 4 and move 6 is significant for sure. Bread of Life, we will be saving that for after promotion. Why don't we go ahead and give that to Gong if he's still got any inventory space. Nice, defense potion. And a crappy medical herb. Wonderful. I suppose I can hang on to the medical herb, but we do need to get rid of this defense potion and give it to somebody who's not in the party. All right. Word of warning, don't go past the buoys in the water. Danger lurks out there. Well, you know what? Danger's my middle name. I think we're going to check it out anyway. Greetings. We will gladly repair your ship if you tell others of our lovely island. Okay, fair enough. Seems like a pretty good deal to me. So what about over here? There's lots to see here. Take the guest boat if you get tired of walking. And we will take the guest boat. That will allow us to travel freely around the water here. But first, let's finish exploring this area. One of our island's friars is missing. We can't find him anywhere. I wonder if that has anything to do with the mysterious whirlpool. Do you like fish? You know what? Yes, I do. You like it here, then? That's all we eat. It certainly looks that way. They've got a lot of fish here. And I don't know why, but I don't like walking on them. I feel like my feet are going to get the fish dirty, despite the fact that this lady's walking all over them. I have better manners than she does. Better manners than an NPC. That's what I always say. I'm Shella, Shell's sister. Don't go beyond those buoys. The currents are too dangerous. Okay, we won't for now. I'm Shimol, Shell's aunt. I've seen strange lights at the Ring Reef lately. Spooky. That is spooky. And weird. I feel like I'm in heaven. This is surely a paradise. Have you ever heard of prompt? Ernest mentioned it to us, I believe, so let's say yes. I bet it's just an old legend. It doesn't really exist. What happens if we say no? And he says, it said that the descendants of the ancients lived there. That is very interesting. That makes me really want to visit there. There are all kinds of places to visit over here, so let's keep going. They say the whole sea is pouring into Ring Reef. What will become of us? Yeah, I mean, I would have some concerns if there was a gigantic whirlpool, like, near my house. I would be worried about that. Apparently this town has 2 friars, but since we're here, let's go ahead and promote Luke. Awesome. And you know what? I don't think we lost anyone, but why don't we double check? Just a good habit to be in. All right, fair enough. And let's get Luke to equip that axe. That's gonna bump him up to 33. And why don't we compare our 2 warriors then? Gore's 39, so Luke's like 6 behind him, which is not great. I really do wish I had 2 heat axes, but they're pretty close together, and that just goes to show that even if you didn't do that battle twice, if you split up the heat axe and the power ring, you still end up pretty close together, and I just got a weapon upgrade for him, so it ends up being okay. The History of Waral, Introduction to Surf Fishing, and many more books. Let's keep exploring. Some stranger left a Ring Reef by ship. I hope nothing happened to him. I mean, he probably got pulled into the whirlpool, right? Well, a guest. Would you like to hear a secret? I mean, if that's the first thing you're gonna say to me, you know what? Yes, old man, I would love to hear your secret. I think our missing friar is in Ring Reef. Call it a hunch, don't tell anyone. I don't know why this town has 2 friars, but one of them got swallowed by a whirlpool, so it's good that they have a spare. I heard there's a land called Dragonia far to the east. Sacred dragons live there. Interesting. I would also like to visit that place. I'd like to meet some dragons, wouldn't you? Can't quite visit this lady, because it's blocked off. But what happens if we talk to you? Hi, I'm Shelra, Shell's mom. Are you planning to go past the buoys? Yes, I am. The current could dash your boat against the rocks. Do you still want to go? Yeah, we're not scared. Okay, but be careful. And she just lets us through like the irresponsible people we are. Now, I do want to go ahead and sell my excess stuff. I am still holding a weapon on Luke that I want to get rid of, so let's do that really quick. And who else? I know we're holding on to some junk. Oh, you know what? I need to promote. Because I need to get that steel sword on. I almost forgot. I'm glad we did this. So that means I gotta take the boat back to the friar. And I go from a swordman to a straight-up hero. My actual class title is hero. And that feels good. It's good to be the hero. Nope, that will be all. And check out my new costume. I'm wearing a full suit of armor now. It's so sweet. And that's gonna bump me up to 27. Nothing wrong with that. All right. And honestly, I could watch that king come flying up to the counter a million times and never get tired of it. Alright, are we holding on to any other junk? Yeah, Vankar's got this elven arrow. I'm gonna hold on to that for right now, though, just because I don't have another one. And it's not impossible that that piece of equipment will come up for me. Alright, we've got a steel sword there. Eamon's not coming back, so we can get rid of this long sword. Now, what I could do is have my horses holding both power spears and steel lances, which I didn't initially consider. And I kind of think that's a good idea. But I wonder if I need to promote for that. So let's see, can anyone use it right now? No, they've probably got to be promoted to knights. Well, they're already knights, whatever their promotion is. But I'm not unhappy with their damage output yet, but they can't use steel lances? Boy, what to do here? I think we're gonna wait one more fight. We will be coming back here, so we don't need to decide right now. But the power spear seems to be doing perfectly fine damage to me. So we can put that off for a little bit. And now we're gonna go check out that whirlpool. But I think I'm gonna call the episode here because we're about to get in a fight, as you may have predicted. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.